Masashi Kishimoto, as much respect as I have for him, I think he should really just put down the pen. So, roughly 6 months ago, I uploaded a video titled Thoughts on Boruto, in parentheses, RANT, in all caps. Since I made that video, an article came out pretty much saying that Masashi Kishimoto has barely any involvement in the creation of Boruto, and essentially what really happened when we boil it down is the people at the Shonen Jump headquarters did Masashi Kishimoto dirty, and the current writer on Boruto was almost tricked in a way to work on the series. Now, I'm not going to talk about that in depth, but if you want to know more about that, I'll leave a link to that article in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. So with that little slice of information clarity out of the way, let's just settle down a little bit because I'm about to tell a story. And this story in particular dates back to when I was in kindergarten, so it's a long time ago. And when I was in kindergarten, there was a library pretty much right across the street from the school, and because of that we didn't really have a school library because there wasn't really a need for one. If we wanted to read some books or whatnot, we could just go right across the street and read some books there. So with that came field trips, which pretty much occurred once or twice a week, I believed, if I can remember correctly. And you know, these field trips were always a nice little treat, and overall it was just a nice little advantage to gain more knowledge, I guess is the proper way to put it into words. Now, I'm not sure if I should use real names here for obvious legal reasons, and I'm not currently in contact with this friend anymore because this was a long time ago, and I'm not in the same state that I was back then. But anyways, nonetheless, I'm just gonna call him Reek for now. So Reek, being the top dog that he is, always gotta choose the first book when we were in the library out of the rest of the squad. And since Reek was a nice guy, he always chose a book from a series, and the books he typically chose were from the Naruto manga. And before that period of time, I didn't really know what Naruto was, I didn't really know what manga was, or anything like that. But since Reek had a pretty good taste in foreign literature, we all pretty much trusted his opinion. And I should probably mention right now that none of us really knew how to read. I'm not sure what the average age is for being proficient in reading English, mainly because when I was younger, that was sort of an area of knowledge that I sort of struggled in. But nonetheless, let's carry on with the story. And I know some people probably think that that's all that there is to the story, but just hold on a minute, hold your horses, grab your nearest Mellow Yellow, you know, grab your nearest laundry detergent packet. This is from Cascade. I know a lot of people like Tide, but I personally like to snack on these little stinkers. So, going back to the climax of the story, essentially what happened, if I can recall properly, teachers started cracking down on this whole Naruto library situation, and after that we pretty much had to get parents' permission in order to check out Naruto volumes again, which wasn't really a huge deal, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how that unfolded. So that's pretty much the end of that segment for this video. It went on a little bit longer than I planned, but nonetheless, I hope you guys liked that little slice of life story that I just told. Also, another thing I said in that Boruto video was there's also Mitsuki, and he's Orochimaru's kid, which he honestly seems kind of dope, but I mean, he has to be a test tube kid. Now, at the time of initially making that Boruto video, I was about 90% joking as to whether Mitsuki was actually a test tube kid or not, but over the past 6 months, every time I reflect back on that video, I really do think, is Mitsuki a test tube kid? And I'm not sure if that was explained in the manga or not because, you know, I'm not really caught up to the manga, I've only read a little bit of it, but that has actually been a serious question that I have been thinking over the past 6 months. And there are a variety of different theories that I have thought of over the past 6 months, none of which I am going to share on YouTube or really publicly anywhere for that matter because I don't want to get demonetized. But with that being said, I think I'm just gonna draw the conclusion that Mitsuki is in fact a test tube kid because I think that's just the easiest pinpoint explanation. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, and how about we aim for a whopping 5 likes? I think it's manageable, so let's aim for that. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video.